Well, hello, hello. It's Bree, and it's BS in the afternoon, and it's one of my favorite segments of the day. Reptigirl, Reptiles is here. Hello, Crystal. How are you?
Hello, I am fantastic. How are you on this fine Thursday?
I am super fantastic. I am ready to learn about reptiles today. What reptiles are we talking about today?
We are going to talk about the crocodilian family.
Okay, okay. The Crocodilian family. That's a fun thing to say. Crocodilian.
Yes. The
Okay.
crocodilians, they consist of obviously crocodiles and alligators, which alligators are actually referred to as alligatori.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy smancy. But crocodiles and alligators are probably among the most unique reptiles in the entire world. Strictly because of their lifestyle. You know, they've surpassed dinosaurs. They've been around for like 250 million years.
That's a long time
That
to be
is a
around.
very, very long time to be around, and they've had to adapt to so many different circumstances. I mean, it's not like the other reptiles in the world didn't have to adapt, but crocodiles and alligators are among, like I said, the most unique out of all of them because they have survived for that many years.
Yeah. Um, they scare me.
They scare a lot of people.
When I was a kid, I think he was my uncle or my mom's cousin, and I just called him my uncle, had an alligator farm in Florida,
Hmm.
and it terrified me.
Yeah, I've been
There was a
to.
lot.
Yes, there's a lot. There's a place down in Florida called the Everglades Alligator Farm, and I actually went there when I was younger. It didn't so much scare me. I think the only part that scared me was when you had the massive ones that were trying to get like through the cage,
Yeah.
even though there was like a cage in front of a cage in front of a cage.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, just looking at them and everything and trying to tell what they're thinking and trying to figure out their next move and stuff. I mean, it's hard unless you've been around them for a long time.
Okay. And is there like these I don't even know how to explain it. Is there you were talking earlier about saltwater and clean water,
Freshwater.
fresh water.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that tells you how much I know about them. Um Crocodiles.
Yes. So the difference between a saltwater crocodile and freshwater crocodile is obviously saltwater crocodiles. They can travel into the ocean and they can actually travel for many, many miles. One was recorded at 351 miles in 20 days, is what he traveled in the ocean from coast to coast. The most unique thing about a saltwater crocodile is for them to be able to sink, they actually will eat rocks and they will put rocks into their stomach to make them sink to the bottom.
Oh,
And then
that's
when they
cool.
see something that goes across the top of the water that they're interested in eating, they will actually regurgitate those rocks and swim straight up as fast as they possibly can. And they can actually jump out of the water about 20 foot.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is. Saltwater crocodiles are also the largest of the crocodilian family. They can get up to 20 foot in length and weigh anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 pounds.
Oh, that's neat.
That it's crazy big.
Yeah.
So they're very closely related to the Nile crocodiles too, which swim in the Nile River and stuff like that. Now, the difference between alligators and crocodiles is the snout.
Oh.
A crocodile snout is more of a V shape, and an alligator snout is more of a U shape.
I had no idea. But
Yeah,
that makes sense.
it does, except for when it comes to the Croc shoes. Why they're called Crocs, I have no idea, but it's pretty funny.
I love that is very funny. I guess I've never thought about that either, especially
Right.
since they're rounded.
And then another unique thing about crocodiles and alligators is we all know that they swim in swampy areas and ponds and lakes and stuff like that. Really, really dirty, disgusting water. So what do you think happens when they lose a limb?
Oh, what happens?
Their blood clots super, super fast, and it'll clot in within 5 minutes. So that way that the alligator does not get any infections.
Oh.
So they're super, super strong when it comes to that. And there's scientists out there that are taking blood, excuse me, they're actually taking blood from alligators and crocodiles and doing scientific research on how humans would be able to obtain that. So that way we're not so prone to infections. Like if you get a cut on your finger and you go swimming in a river or you go swimming in a lake, you're worried about that finger getting infected or
Yeah.
your toe getting infected. Well, with crocodiles and alligators, they don't have to worry about that. They can lose a limb. I know one crocodile who doesn't have an arm at all, and he has survived and thrived in the Nile River for many, many years. There's alligators and crocodiles out there that are missing half their jaws, half their snout, and everything, and they're still surviving and thriving because their blood clots so fast.
That's so neat. As soon as you were talking about that, I was like, man, it'd be cool if humans could do that.
Absolutely, and then, like I said, that's what the scientists are trying to figure out, how humans would be able to obtain that type of blood, because their blood type is obviously a lot different than ours, unless you're part of the unique, 0.1% of human population that have a similar DNA to reptiles.
Yeah. There's what? I said yeah, and then I was like, wait, what did I just say yes to?
Most reptiles are what's called like an AB positive or an RH negative blood type. So some humans out there that are AB negative or AB positive have similar DNA and blood types to reptiles.
Oh, that's really cool.
It is. I am one of those 0.01% human population.
That's super neat. Man, I've learned so much today. So thank you, Crystal, for being on the show. Before we go, I want to talk about something that's coming up, and it's the Midwest Exotic Animal Expo, but it's at the Piqua Center.
Yes. So what was formerly called the Piqua Mall is now called the Piqua Center, and Midwest Exotic Animal Expo will be in the Old Deb's store.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Yeah, which is a lot bigger than what I expected.
Is it big?
It is. It's a lot bigger than our venue that we have in Sydney. It's about 1,000 square foot bigger than what we have in Sydney. So we're trying to jam pack that with as many vendors as possible. Right now, I think we are at 19 vendors. And then, obviously we're going to still have Jen's Backstube there, and Johnny Wontons will be back, but he will be in the food court.
Okay, that's cool. That's super cool. And then, what about these MMA wrestler thing?
The MMA wrestler, her name is Chelsea Connors. She represents and owns Smileback Training. So that place is it's a boxing facility that also trains MMA and I want to say karate too.
Okay. And is that out of Piqua?
Yes, it's out of Piqua.
Oh, that's super cool. And so that's 10 to 3 on February 10th?
February 10th, yep.
I remembered. Yay. All right. Well, thank you for being on the show again, and we'll see you next week on Thursday at 4 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It's been Reptigirl Reptiles on BS in the afternoon.